But you know what you should do is just come on the show and get married on the show, dude.
Yeah.
We'll just do it right here.
Yeah.
See, that's easy for the man side of it to say.
Oh, I know.
But you throw that up right here, like, oh, we're not getting married on the radio.
Yeah.
Ron married his sister. So that's it. He said he always liked to make sure everybody knows that Ron married his sister and not that Alex married Ron's sister. Because Alex says no. Because I don't know if you've seen Ron's sister, but she looks like Ron.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
Here back in San Angelo at the Tilted Mug, I've got John Gonzalez, Polar Bear, coming here to San Angelo at the Tilted Mug. Asked by popular demand to bring back.
Okay.
The last time he was here, I mean, we were trying to find seats to fit everybody. So I got asked, hey, can we bring him back?
So they're trying to figure out how to save our local VFW. Maybe we could figure out a way to do. Really?
I've done shows over there with him.
I thought so, but
me,
I feel
Chris,
like,
and
that's
Jeanette.
right.
we need to do
Jeanette
something, man, to save that place.
VFWs are always fun.
I
I went to the one in Brownwood just to go play bingo with my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Man, I had so much fun.
Really?
I had so much fun,
that
man.
does sound fun.
I didn't know I was gonna.
Yeah.
And that's the only place that you're still allowed to smoke indoors.
Oh,
I'm not a smoker, but
I would still kill it. I'm not a smoker and they're allowed to smoke.
I walked in,
great.
I was like, what, is this the 90s?
Did I step back into the 90s?
It smells
Yeah.
like the 90s in here.
Wow. At the Brooks and Bates Theater, August the 29th.
Yeah.
Another one of the original Latin kings of comedy, Mr. Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one. It's already gotten a huge response. There's two self-proclaimed videos that Paul has put out there directed to San Angelo, and everybody's tuning in and they're asking questions. Hey, where can I get my tickets already? Oh, sorry about that. It's in August 29th. I got my boy here, Matt Lucero, going to host it, and I'm going to be featuring for him again. So
nice.
Working with
Do you remember the picnic? Blaine's Picnic?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that, dude?
Yeah.
How much? Oh, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
I remember seeing Pat Green and maybe
I did a
Corey
show with
Morrow
Pat
was with
Green.
him, but you did?
I
Yeah,
did a
and
show
it
with
was.
him in,
I was like a
El
young.
Paso.
With who and him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's cool, man. He puts on a good show. I mean, it used to be the thing to do, man, the picnic before they shut it down. What has been your best gamble that's paid off and your worst?
But John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon
Why?
and J.J. Walker, years ago before he passed away, which was at the Wagner. Of course, at that time at the Wagner, the rental wasn't that high. If I remember correctly, it was like $3,000. And then when he came in, and I brought him and Jimmy Walker, and we did the stage, he sold it. Now it's an 1,800-seater.
And he sold it out?
And he sold it. They both sold it out.
Did they really?
At $60 a ticket. So you imagine what my...
Dude, you made a big
I
cut.
made a grip.
Dude, that's awesome.
And I know you probably get like this too, that if you haven't been on stage in a while,
That
you're
itch.
like, I need attention.
Yeah.
I need attention real bad. More than just my wife's attention. She's tired of my
That's funny. Yeah.
She's
Just the fact that you're always willing to promote other comedians, whether it's a gig you're doing together or just talking about somebody else's show or their success. Man, I've always respected that. We need more of that, dude, instead of hating.
and supporting each other rather than, and trying to make an effort to work with each other.
All right, so we got a couple of great guests today back in studio. They've been here before. Both of them are local comedians. They go around Texas doing great comedy shows. So today we talk about the local comedy scene in San Angelo. We talk about some of the insider stuff on promoting and booking big headliners, which, speaking of, we got some big one coming to San Angelo. So my guests today are comedians Michael Shields and Matt Lucero.
Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real. Bills burn, yeah, we rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real. Bills burn, yeah, we rise.
All right, guys, welcome back. So we are back with another episode. We kind of got a special edition for you today. So we got the comedians back in the studio. These are my boys. I love having them in. So we've got Michael Shields right here, Mikey Mike on the mic. I love saying that, dude. And then Mr. Matty Lucero, Matty in the Mix, a.k.a. dude. So we're talking about some kind of, what were we just talking about? That was kind of funny. What were we talking about?
Nothing.
Well, we don't have to talk about that part, but there was something we went into that it was, dude, you're all over Texas. I seriously want to know, like, sometimes I think about that because you have a full-time job as a postal carrier,
right?
But you do these gigs in Monahans, Midland, Odessa, San Angelo. How do you do that, dude?
I tell you, it's time-consuming, and I've been doing it for so long. It's almost like clockwork. You know? So with timing and preparing ahead of time, knowing if I can, or if I've got the time to do it, I'll fit it in my schedule to where I'm able to do it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And as long as I can get out there and be a part of it or see it, or hey, I'm on the road.
Dude, you are.
Yeah,
what about gas money? You have to pay for gas?
Well, the funny thing is, and this is Chris always hates me for this. I don't pay for gas.
You don't?
No.
Oh, no wonder, dude. I would be doing that too. How do you get? Will you tell us?
My son out in California has a deal where he gives me a card.
Yeah.
And I can use the card for gas and food. And
what?
Man.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this?
Yeah, I know.
He's with the well, he's ex-military.
Okay.
Marine. So it was a deal he set up, and he's with his company that he has, and so he sends me this card, and I have a limit every month on that card. And I can use it for gas and food.
That is a golden ticket.
Yeah,
Which
it
is
is.
what
You
Chris-
literally
really is.
Which is what Chris
Golden
calls
ticket
it.
to get on the road.
Can we
Yeah.
use your magic card? Like when I used to
Magic card.
travel with Chris, he said, "Hey, I'll drive, and we can use your magic card."
Dude, that's sick. What have you been up to, Matt? Tell us what you've been up to.
Planning the wedding.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no
So
doubt.
it's
I'm
coming
trying
up,
to
you
stay
said 4
busy
months.
with gigs. Yeah, it's coming up 4 months, man.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Cool.
September.
and it was
Yeah.
great because
It's gonna
when
be
I
cool.
first got engaged, I came on the podcast
Yeah,
and kind of made the
you
announcement.
did.
It's like good to see.
Yeah.
And then you just recently got
Yes,
engaged.
dude.
And
Yeah.
so,
Sweet.
that's
I
great.
didn't
Have
know.
y'all set a date?
So probably summer of next year. But
Oh, okay.
and I was going to tell you, we're looking into the Cactus too and the Vineyard.
Yeah.
So we're trying to find a good venue. But you know what you should do is just come on the show and get married on the show, dude.
Yeah.
We'll just do it right here.
Yeah.
See,
yeah,
that's,
there we
easy,
go.
that's easy for the man side of it to say.
Oh, I know.
But you throw that up right here, like, we're not getting married on the radio.
Yeah,
or
right.
On the
Yeah.
TV or whatever.
So what do you
Okay.
got? Since we're going live right now, what
Yeah.
do we got tonight? There's something tonight, right? A show.
Yeah. Last night we was in Lubbock. Me and Alex Ramunda, one of the other original Latin kings of comedy. We did a show in Lubbock, Texas, at Jake's Back Lounge. Had a blast there,
Nice.
and we had a nice little audience. And me and Alex were the only two on it, which is always a plus. And tonight we're bringing our show to San Angelo. We'll be over
Yeah.
at Gil's Restaurant tonight.
Cool.
Here in San Angelo, and again it'll be just me and Alex and. Hopefully, and from what I can tell so far, is we've got a nice little turnout
Nice.
from online ticket sales, and once people show up at the door because they like to save themselves from that
Yeah.
ticketing fee online. So we're hoping to have another full house.
Yeah, dude.
Here in San Angelo.
Alex
So-
is great too.
Cool.
Alex
I've
is
gotten to
amazing.
work with him.
He is?
a couple of times.
Yeah.
And
Y'all said he was one of the kings of comedy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Latin-
the Latin kings
Latin
of comedy.
Kings.
Latin
comedy.
Kings.
Wow, that's a big deal. And you've worked with it. Y'all both have.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
worked with Alex for years
He's
now.
hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
I need
keep
to see
working
him
with
live. Dude.
Yeah.
I've seen
Yeah,
little
on
bits.
out,
he's
Senate.
got
Come
a lot
on
of
out.
energy. He's got that real
Yeah.
long hair that he kind of
Yeah.
uses in his act. He's,
Yeah.
he's great, man.
Yeah. How much
and then-
is it, dude?
I think it's like $30.
$30 at the door.
Yeah, for general
Okay.
admission. Mhm.
What time?
30, 35. I think it starts at 9.
9.
9 to 9.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What were you gonna say though, Matt?
About his hair.
Oh, his hair. Oh yeah, no, he has his number 1 tequila
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
with
yeah?
Ron White.
Oh, he
What,
does.
Ron
Yeah.
White is his brother-in-law.
Ex-brother-in-law.
Oh, it's his ex-brother-in-law. Oh,
Interesting.
okay. I didn't know that.
So they went in together on it.
Well, yeah.
The
They,
tequila?
they,
Yeah,
they
okay.
found out.
Okay.
They found.
Cool.
Alex has a story behind it, how they came to do it, and then when him and Ron got together. See, Ron married his sister,
Mm-hmm.
so that's it. He said he always liked to make sure everybody knows that Ron married his sister, and not that Alex married Ron's sister. Because
Yeah.
Alex says no. Because I don't know if you've seen Ron's sister, but she looks like Ron.
Oh my goodness. Oh no.
So
Oh,
he says he
dang,
wants
yeah.
to make sure everybody knows Alex
Yeah.
didn't marry Ron's sister. Ron married Alex's sister. There's a difference there.
Dang. So we got that show tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and then in a couple weeks, what do you have? Tell them what you're having before we cut the live.
In a couple of weeks, we're here back in San Angelo at the Tilted Mug. I've got John Gonzalez, Polar Bear, coming here to
Nice.
San Angelo at the Tilted Mug. Ask by popular demand to bring back.
Okay.
The last time he was here, I mean, we were trying to find seats to fit everybody.
Yeah.
So I got asked, hey, can we bring him back? So,
Did you bring him the last time? Because we've actually brought him twice.
Oh,
over
really?
At Marshall Pint.
yeah.
Yeah.
I brought him to the Tilted Mug over
Okay.
Marshall
Wow.
Pine. You guys did
Okay.
that.
So
Yeah,
y'all both
yeah.
have.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
He must draw a crowd in
That's
San
why-
Angelo.
oh, yeah,
That's
he
cool.
does.
Yeah, he's good. So
Yeah.
John Polar Bear Gonzalez, he's the one that I was mentioning. He opens for Gabriel Iglesias on tour.
Yeah.
He just did a set over at Netflix as a joke
That's right.
fest.
Yeah.
He is not even. I mean, to say he's on his way up is already an understatement because that dude is already there.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's been putting in the work. He's a great comedian.
Yeah,
great comedian.
Where's that one going to be at?
Tilted Mug.
Tilted Mug. How much
Tilted
is it?
Mug
Do you
here,
know?
$25.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice, dude.
That one's July 25th.
Yeah, and I've got him here at the Tilted Mug and in Midland at the VFW. I've been doing a lot of shows at the VFW Post, where they're trying to build up their comedy scene, and bringing in name draw type comedians has helped them bring in an audience to their venue.
Dude, so do y'all know about what's going on? Real quick, shout out to our local VFW in Kelly Self, aka Poe.
I know Kelly.
So you do. So man, that might be a good idea. So they're trying to figure out how to save our local VFW. Maybe we could figure out a way to do. Really?
I've done shows over there with him.
I thought so, but
me, Chris, and Jeanette.
We need to do something, man, to save that place.
He has asked me for, to do other shows, and I said, "All right, cool." And then I'd reach out to him, and we haven't got it together yet, or we haven't done, we haven't decided yet. But
okay.
I've had shows over there, and he has had an interest in me bringing comedy over there. And like I said, maybe that's what I need to do is maybe reach back out to him.
It sounds like you've tried, so let's see if we can get it going.
Get some more shows over there.
Cool.
VFWs are always fun.
I
went to the one in Brownwood just to go play bingo with my father-in-law.
Yeah.
Man, I had so much fun.
Really?
I had so much fun,
that
man.
does sound fun.
I didn't know I was gonna.
Yeah.
And that's the only place that you're still allowed to smoke indoors.
Oh,
I'm not a smoker, but
I would still kill it. I'm not a smoker. I'm allowed to smoke.
I walked in. I was like, "What is this? The 90s?"
Did I step back into the 90s?
It smells like the 90s in here.
Wow.
What?
Rob bass.
What's that?
It takes two to make a thing
go
go right.
right.
I was listening to it on the way over here, man. He just passed away last night.
Yeah.
He
passed
away.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys, you're gonna have to catch the full episode. We got a lot more to talk about, but thanks for joining us.
No doubt.
See you soon. He passed away?
Yeah.
He passed away. Yeah, man. All those old school guys are passing away.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why did he? What happened? Do you know?
I don't think natural causes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
was it?
Yeah.
This time.
They're older guys
that's
now.
sad, though. Dang. So, let me just get situated. There we go. So we got those coming up. Anything else coming up while we're on the topic?
Okay, were we recording on the regular ones just now?
Yes, we
Okay,
were.
I'll just make sure. All right.
Yeah. We got all that, yeah.
Okay.
Well, of course, we got the main one that we're looking to really put out there at the Brooks and Bates Theater, August the 29th.
Yeah.
Another one of the original Latin kings of comedy, Mr. Paul Rodriguez.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big one. It's already gotten a huge response. There's two self-proclaimed videos that Paul has put out there directed to San Angelo, and everybody's tuning in and they're asking questions. Hey, where can I get my tickets already?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. It's in August 29th. I got my boy here, Matt Lucero, going to host it, and I'm going to be featuring for him again. So working with these Latin kings of comedy is kind of making me look good now.
Dude, that's going to be a big one.
Yeah, it's
You're hosting that?
Yeah.
I got him to host
Cool.
it. It was, matter of fact, at first, Paul just wanted, just me and him. I said, Paul, well, I got a host. I got a guy who's worked with you before.
Yeah.
And he's asked me, and I know, and he said, I vaguely remember, but yeah, go ahead.
Dude.
Yeah, it was real quick.
That's cool. Mike, you got him on. Yeah.
I got to open for Paul in Del Rio.
Nice.
It was like 10 years
Was it
ago.
awesome?
Yeah,
it was a long time
Dang,
ago.
it was 10 years?
It was something like that.
That was a big deal for you.
Yeah, it was a long time ago, but
Dang,
but yeah,
that's cool, man.
and both of them have been gracious
That's pretty
enough
awesome,
to let me on
dude.
the show.
Yeah.
Well, he does a good job.
I always enjoy doing the Brooks and Bates Theater.
Yeah.
It's just a great venue for comedy.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something. That reminds me. So, what's cool is with comedy, it's a hard thing, obviously, to do long term.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a regular job usually. I mean, it's hard to just go on the road and try to make money at all these different clubs. But somebody who's been in comedy for as long as you and seen so many different comics, speak a little bit about Matt's journey, because it's interesting to think about him coming into it and doing it, but he's always stuck with it. He's always progressively gotten better. I've even seen that. Sometimes I see a comedian, I would never diss on anyone, but I'm just saying that you don't see him get a whole lot better. But with yours, I've seen it you work on it.
Well, I
I think
Thank
those are the guys who really end up doing well and stay long term. Yeah, you're welcome. But what do you think of that?
Well, with that being said, and the reason I think that he's still pretty good at it is because he has a good speaking voice. Of course, he works on the radio.
Yep.
So he knows how to speak, deliver, stay monotone to where it's not high or not too low, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And his delivery on stuff that he does, that he writes, is right on point.
Yes.
And as he knows, and as he's done over the past, he's worked with, John Stringer, Mario Salazar, some of the bigger names in comedy that I think when he was really into it, they brought him along, and he's just stayed with it. And even when he decided to, take a little break or something, and he come back, he was like he never left. So he still does. So he knows the routine to where that's why he's still good at it. And still, especially get on my shows, because I don't mind having him on there.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting also I was thinking about your comedy, and same with you. Like, even from the time that I've known you, something interesting happens when I see you, and I think it's because I've seen you at different shows that have different parameters. Sort of like some of it's clean comedy, some of it's not. But I think I saw you first doing clean comedy, and then I saw you at the Brooks and Bates Theater, or maybe the Black Box, doing some raw stuff, and I was like, that guy's that versatile? Like, I was like, dang, So I really respected that. I was like, man, that guy can do kind of like a chameleon, which is interesting. Yeah. So what about locally? Have y'all? Go ahead.
So we had a Stranger Things show.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
Were you at that one? Okay,
that's what I was talking about.
That's the one Mike came and cleaned.
That's the one I was talking about.
Show.
Dude, that was amazing.
Me and my wife always talk about the shows afterwards, and she was like, "You were so lucky to go and put Mike last because there's nobody that could follow his set. Because he came at as Prince, had 2 costume changes in the middle, and still just knocked it out of the park on that one. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that one in particular really got me. I was like, man,
and that was right after Mike had an injury the day before and still made it out to the show.
What happened again?
I had another show that was supposed to be the day before.
Yeah.
And at work, I injured my knee. And it had swole up like a baseball.
Okay.
And the show I was supposed to have the day before, I just couldn't make it. I could barely walk. And I knew this show was the next day at the same spot. And I was like, oh, no, I can't back out. I've got too much involved. I was at the emergency. Whatever you got to do, get the swelling to go down, wrap it up, and
this was like your Tom Brady moment, right?
Really,
like playing through the Super Bowl type stuff.
I said, whatever you got to do, get me to walking. I got to get to the show tomorrow.
Dude, that's cool, man.
And he didn't miss a step.
Dude, that was amazing.
He came out there, and the energy level was still up here. Didn't even limp.
Well, I think he even did the dance when he came out, didn't you?
Yeah. No, I can't remember if I did the dance on that.
I thought you did.
I don't remember. I think he came out with a guitar or something.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I did my dance.
Cool.
As a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I think last night at the show I did in Lubbock was the first time I've done my dance again since then, because I wasn't really comfortable yet with my knee yet. So,
dude, I love the dance.
I know. So I did the dance last night, and when I stopped, I kind of looked around. Okay, I'm not limping. I'm not falling over. I said, I think it's good. I think I'm good. So I said, okay, maybe I can start doing my dance again. But a lot of times, that's what everybody. I remember a guy in Monaghan's. Every time he'd come to one of my Monaghan shows, he said, "Man, I'm coming to your show tonight, but are you going to do the dance?"
Yeah, dude. See, it precedes you. Yeah, for real.
I love it that people associate my dance with my comedy. So,
100%. Yeah, it's good to have something like that. That somebody can quickly associate you with.
Oh yeah. And like
that's
I say,
smart.
That my dance and Mikey Mike. I don't know.
Yeah, Mikey Mike always stuck in my head. Sometimes I just say that randomly.
It was so fun. And
Mikey Mike on the mic.
Because last night at the show, before we started, there's some people in Lubbock who know me.
Yeah.
And Alex, we're out there talking to people. Hey, what's up, Mikey Mike? They don't
nice.
say. So he said, boy, they do know you about Mikey Mike. I said, yeah, it's a catchphrase, and I've gone with it ever since. So I've stuck with it. So,
dude, for sure. So I wanted to ask y'all this too. So be honest now too. I know you're obviously from San Angelo, and Mike, you weren't born in San Angelo, you have never even lived here, honestly. But with everything y'all have seen, the comedy scene going on the last, let's say, 3 to 5 years. Which city in Texas do y'all think is really kind of doing it big with comedy right now, where the comedy scene is kind of on fire? Would you say?
Austin,
really?
For sure.
Is
like
the
new LA.
Yeah.
So Austin, Roseanne lives over there. Tony Hinchcliffe, who has stuff on Netflix.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
What is it? Shane Gillis lives over there now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of Tom Segura.
That's like even bigger than LA now, huh?
Yes,
the HubSpot.
Yes, it is. Wow. So a lot of them are coming to Texas. Gabriel Iglesias lives in New Braunfels now.
Dude.
He has a house over there. Steve Trevino is another big comedian. Lives over there in New Braunfels.
Yeah,
it's all. I think Ralph Barbosa is it Dallas.
I think he's out of Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met him in El Paso.
So they're doing it.
Yeah. So they really are.
Big names.
Yeah. Austin seems to be kind of the big hub right now. New Braunfels isn't too far from there.
Right.
And then New Braunfels is right in between Austin and San Antonio, so that's a good spot for
San Antonio. Yeah. That's all. What do you think, Mike? I mean, because you go everywhere.
Yeah, it's Austin, and it's
what about
funny.
next?
I'd have to say Dallas.
Okay.
I'd have to say Dallas, San Antonio.
Yeah.
as far as the bigger next level type comedians, Lubbock is in the top 10.
Is it? See, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah,
if it's
10.
Okay.
But not in the top 5. I couldn't put them in the top 5. But they're starting to have a draw. And like I say, even last time when I brought Alex, the owner would say, "Hey man, bring some more big name guys in here." I said, "Yeah," and they were saying, get with the other local Lubbock promoter. And y'all work together, man, help bring in, some bigger crowds. And I said, yeah, hey, I was always cautious about coming in another area that wasn't my area. So I never wanted to step on toes. But then when they're asking me to, if they ask me without me going, hey, you mind if I do this or if I come in here? They're like, dude, do that. You're helping us. Because it's giving them stage time and they get to perform with, well-known name-drawing type comedians. So it's helping them. It looks good on their profile. So
makes sense.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
they say,
as a comedian, your credentials are who you've gotten to work with.
Who you've
makes sense.
Mike has the best ones out of all of us.
Yeah.
But to be able to say, hey, I've gotten to work with Paul Rodriguez, I've gotten to work with so and so, I've gotten to work with.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Mike has a whole laundry list. Of people
That's right. I know.
He's worked with. Yeah.
Cool. Anybody you want, like you've dreamed of working with, like who's your go? Like
Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is the top of the list.
Really?
Yeah.
More than Dave Chappelle.
And see, here's the thing with Dave Chappelle. I had 2 opportunities to work with Dave Chappelle, at least meet him, and I missed both of them because I wasn't aware. There was one time in San Antonio. He was there in San Antonio. It was a pop-up show. He just showed up, and I had just left the San Antonio area to come back, and I found out he was there. I was like, what? And then come to find out he did 2 shows there.
No, that's horrible.
And the second time I missed him, I was up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tommy Davidson, Lavelle Crawford were there. We're doing a show up there. And I was up there. My brother lives up there. And I said, oh, Mark, we had a great time, And I left that Sunday. Come to find out, Dave Chappelle came in.
No.
And I said, are you freaking kidding me?
It's not meant to be, dude.
And another one is my next. It's Gabriel Iglesias.
Really?
The only reason Gabriel has come to all these, some of the smaller stages and some of the comedians that he has seen and worked with, I've seen and worked with all those comedians too. And I'm like, how are they all met Gabriel Iglesias on the smaller stage and I haven't?
I know,
yet.
right? Yeah.
I said it's so amazing. And like you said, what's his name? Just finished Polar Bear.
Yeah.
Just finished hanging out doing a show with Gabrielle. I said, man, y'all got to get me and Mario Salazar. Same thing. Mario did the day before, and I had him the day after. And he had just came off tour with Gabrielle. And I've even been on stage with his opener, Martine. And I was like, man, everybody's met Fluffy but me.
Yeah. That's great.
And I've been to
I've
his
actually
show.
got to meet him twice.
Yeah, see what I mean? Yeah.
Wow.
We just went out to a show though. He does meet and greets after a show,
He
so
does.
we got to meet him afterwards. But in Houston, we actually ended up staying at the same hotel.
Right.
Oh, nice.
So we ran into him in the lobby, and man,
Was he cool?
He was
Yes,
cool.
I heard he's very cool.
Yeah, he's very cool. We
Nice.
were kind of hammered. That was a long time ago, and so
Yeah.
he was as nice and respectful as he could be. Like, all right,
Right.
you
Yeah.
guys go on back to your hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but
That's
it was
hilarious.
good stuff, man.
What
Yeah.
about, did y'all see Rodney Carrington when he was here? Have y'all ever met him or worked with him or anything?
Rodney Carrington is a very funny guy.
Yeah.
Country.
Oh yeah.
And
Country comedy, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of. I've known of him, but I haven't had the opportunity or the pleasure.
Okay.
I would love to.
Yeah, that would be somebody else. I would love Leanne Morgan. She's another
Oh
one.
my
I
God, I
would
love
love
Leanne
to
Morgan.
meet.
She is so funny.
She
What
is
are the chances
awesome.
of getting her here?
She is in Midland at the Wagner Noel coming up in a couple of months, I think.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, the last time you remember Alyssa
Uh-huh.
Phillips,
Dude,
when
I
she
still
was here,
follow her. She's great.
She was on her show.
Yeah?
As an extra, and she played a hotel waitress on the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And I was like, listen, man, you gotta get me introduce
I know.
me to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leanne Morgan is
cool.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And then she has a sitcom on Netflix,
On
and it
Netflix.
feels very much like old school, like
does?
Roseanne, like
Yeah.
classic
Like a live
90s.
audience,
Yes,
live audience?
Yes,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
It has that exact
Yeah.
feel to it.
Cool.
And it feels like you're watching nostalgia. It's really good.
Oh, that's
Ryan
cool.
Stiles was also on her show, and then he just
Ryan,
came
yeah.
to San
Ryan
Angelo.
Stiles. That sounds familiar.
He's from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny too.
He's not the older main dude.
The older outside of Wayne Brady. Yeah,
right,
he's the next one.
That's right.
And then
cool.
Colin.
Yeah.
Colin.
Nice. And I remember Austin used to have. So they had before it blew up. It was when I was in college. They had the Velveeta Room on 6th Street, Capital City Comedy Club. But you remember, was it Esther Foley's?
Esther Foley's right next to the
Velveeta Room.
Yeah.
So wasn't that sort of like a sketch comedy? Whose line is it anyway? Type of deal.
Esther Foley's, yes.
It was
more
right.
Of an improv
So
place.
what do you think? I know we had the B Theater and they would do that sometimes, sort of. But do you think San Angelo would do well with a comedy club like that, like a sketch comedy, like a improv type comedy club?
I don't know if improv would do.
Yeah. Probably
great.
not.
Yeah, I don't think it'd do that.
I don't even know if a comedy club would do sustainably great.
Okay.
It'd be great to have comedy shows every week, but it's like the minute we get somebody that's like kind of like a B or C headline or B or C act that
I see.
It just doesn't pay for
itself.
It's tough. So the way it's going right now that we're able to bring in these bigger people every so often, that's a little bit better.
Gotcha.
For the area.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And that's why, like, even at the Brooks and Bates, having it in the 300-seater has a better draw with some of the comedians that we're bringing in every so often compared to the Murphy, which is the bigger 1,800 seat, where they don't have it too often. I remember the first time Bill Martin came in, they had him at the Murphy, and he almost packed it out, and that's 1,800 seats.
Whoa!
Man,
he came back, and to do a few years later, and they had to put him in the Brooks and Bates because the tickets just didn't sell the way they did the first time.
Yeah.
And even in the 300-seater, he didn't sell it out.
Whoa!
But the dude is funny.
What do you attribute that to, though? Why?
Either,
weird.
And it's, a lot of times it's bad timing. Something else is going on in town. The rodeo.
Economic
it could be something
downturn.
like that.
Rodeo, graduation, football season, even affects us. Everything affects us. Even if we have bad weather the day of the show, you can have good ticket sales, bad weather, and it'll still draw your audience down.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So, he was kind of surprised, and I said, "Wow, that surprised me too." I was like, "Wow, I don't know how that happens."
Have y'all seen the Black Buck Amphitheater?
No, so I saw that pop up on Facebook, but I haven't gotten to see. It looks pretty neat.
Dude,
where's that at?
It's at the Concho Valley Dragway, which they created in 2024. I did a little piece on it at the time. It's amazing out there by itself, but this theater is huge, man, and it's beautiful. They're saying it's like the biggest in West Texas at least, and it should be drawing big crowds, like of big musical acts.
Yeah, they already have. I think Ted Nugent for their first.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure
I didn't know that.
Plans for.
Yeah.
So and then they said they've signed a lot more. So
cool.
The other place that's like that is Cooper's Barbecue.
Dude, shout out to I love Cooper's. I need
that they bring in big acts.
They sure do, man.
And it's like not a huge town, but it's just awesome the way they do that. They just got
but I mean, you're saying that it doesn't have a good turnout out there?
No, they always have a good turnout. They're
Okay.
bringing in big acts, and it's like we're not a huge town.
Oh, I see.
We're not Austin, we're not Dallas.
City,
So for them to bring in, especially their big
that.
country acts that they bring in, they've had Steve Trevino out there,
Aaron Watson. I mean, all kinds of big West Texas country guys. Yeah, they're amazing.
So I'm really hoping that new venue is like that too. I love going to watch.
I do too, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the picnic? Blaine's Picnic?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that, dude?
Yeah.
How much? Oh, dude.
That was a lot of fun.
I remember seeing Pat Green and maybe Corey Morrow was with him, but you did? Yeah, and it was. I was like a young. With who and him?
Yeah.
He's cool, man. He puts on a good show. I mean, it used to be the thing to do, man. The picnic before they shut it down.
I remember that.
But that was cool. We need something like that again.
That was the first time I did that with a country singer. Did a comedy.
You liked it?
I did. Pat Green was pretty fun.
It was cool, right?
Rob Jenkins was the promoter at that time, and I was working with him. And they said, "Hey, we got Pat Green coming in. You want to open up?" I said, "Who's Pat Green?" Yeah, I didn't even know who he was. And he explained it to me. Oh, well, we'll try it. I'll try anything once. If he's a name drop, put me in. So primarily, that's how I usually dedicate me getting started is by getting put in front of these big names, draws, and then having them as contacts and say, "Hey, man, call me anytime. I like your stuff," that kind of deal. So cool. All right,
that's the way to do it, man. Yeah. It's worked for you. I like we talked about this before, like just the fact that you're always willing to promote other comedians, whether it's a gig you're doing together or just talking about somebody else's show or their success. Man, I've always respected that. We need more of that, dude, instead of hating.
And supporting each other rather than, and trying to make an effort to work with each other.
Exactly.
I have my own Levity 325 thing.
Yep.
Mike has MSPN.
Right.
but it doesn't stop us from ever
That's
working
what I
together.
respect a lot. Yeah.
We're on each other's shows all the time.
Yep.
Right now we're at a good place that like he has his network, I have my network, and we just.
That is good.
Yeah.
And it's always good when you can combine those two together, and everybody sees it's like, wow, he's working with this guy.
Yes, sir.
He's from that
dude.
area.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this guy's from that. Wow, they're doing it together.
Yep.
You know, a lot of people say, hey man, this is my area. What are you doing coming in here?
Yeah,
you know,
I hate
it's
that,
a
dude.
respect thing. I can get that. I can understand that too. But I've always told everybody there's enough comedy out there in this business for everybody.
That's what I think.
I said, you know, it's always just a respect thing, and I get that too. But if you're, you know, if you love what you're doing, you should have your door open to any possibilities you can to get on stage to do comedy, whether it's with somebody else. Or,
that's how you get stage time, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Working with each other,
That's
not being so closed off.
For sure, dude.
This guy's an outsider. This guy's from out of town. No.
Yeah,
like I can see what Mike was doing with all of West Texas, and it's all for the greater good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
It
really is.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah.
And it was brought to my attention when I was first getting into it. You know, people were giving me that start. They were telling me, some of the celebrities I was working with, man, do your time, put in your time, share your knowledge to those who are wanting to know what it is. Don't force it on them.
Yeah.
You know, if they're asking and you're willing to share it with them, do it. And that's, you know, they did it for me. So I figured, okay, I'm going to pass it down.
Yep.
You know, all the comedians that I've worked with or that are trying to be comedians, hey, let me help you out. I've got a possibility. I've got a new lady who's just getting into comedy, and she's, you know, she's still rough. She still likes to use her notes.
Yeah.
I put her on her first show coming up next month with Flo Hernandez, and she was so excited.
Dang, that's
because
cool.
it's her first show.
Is that Dre Molinar?
Molinar.
Yeah.
First show, she's going to get 5 minutes. Good. I
Cool.
wanted her to host. She said, "Oh, I'm not ready to host yet."
Dang, yeah.
I said, "You know what? You'll never know you're ready to
I
host
know.
until you do it."
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, Monday I'm going to talk with her and give her a few pointers because she asked.
Nice,
I'm
dude.
not forcing it on her. She
Yeah.
said, "Hey, well, can you help me if I wanted to do that?" I said, "By all means."
Absolutely.
That's by all means. That's how
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? So I got an email. Whoever sees it, if you see this and you're out there, I'm trying to contact you, but listen to this. So I got this email, and it was, the name was kind of ambiguous. It was, I don't know who it was, but there's like, hey, and usually if I get an email like this, it's because they're trying to sell me something.
Right.
This person was like,
Exactly.
I watched this episode of your show. I really liked this, and that, but I feel like here's where you could improve. And, you know, I don't want to bore you with my resume, but I've been, you know, public speaking for like 40 years. I'm old. I have a lot of experience. And the constructive criticism they gave, like, I'll tell you, one of the things was a little bit too much affirmation, which I've always had a problem with. You know, too you know what I mean? And talking over people a little bit. And things I actively try to work on and get better.
Yeah.
And then they gave me some positive things I was doing.
course.
And then they were just like signed off. That was it. And then I was like, man, that really meant something to me because they cared about helping me develop. Like, it wasn't just some crap, you know, trying to talk down on me or like trying to sell me something.
It wasn't Facebook comments.
Exactly.
Like you've been having to deal with lately. I see him. I saw that. Matt handles himself real well.
Yeah, I
he really
noticed
does,
that.
man. He's
I
like,
noticed
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's crazy. But anyway, that was cool though. So I respect that, dude. And I'm always going to be that way. You know, I'm going to try to be that way. Is try to pass the torch, like you were explaining. It's important, dude. Yeah, people appreciate that.
Truly constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It really does go a long way.
It
And
does.
you do have to sandwich in between. This is what you're doing
Exactly.
positive.
That's
this is the one
very
you can
good
work on.
talk. Yes.
That is another thing you're doing
Yes.
positive.
The sandwich, you're right,
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
The sandwich approach is effective.
Yeah,
It's cool.
yeah, it really
yeah.
is. So
Nice.
Instead, like we live in this day and age where you're just reading through Facebook
Yep.
comments,
That's
and
true.
it's all negative.
I know, dude.
Yeah, man. So
It's crazy.
yeah, like I said, you've been handling yourself really well.
Well,
Just
thank
keep,
you.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Thanks,
a lot
man.
of people
No doubt.
support you, bro.
Thank you,
No,
dude.
that's
Thank
why I
you.
like
That
coming
means a
on
lot.
this show.
So what about the local San Angelo comedy scene? How's it doing overall? How's Levity 325? Like, tell us a little bit about the local scene right now.
Local scene seems like it's been doing good. Chris is kind of focused on kind of spreading and doing some of his church shows.
Yeah.
I'm fully on board with what he's
Absolutely.
doing.
Yeah,
I really like that he's
That's cool.
doing that sort of stuff. And,
Me too.
They
Yeah.
seem to be
Working
seems
for
to be
him.
doing well.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good.
It's absolutely my
Cool.
favorite comedian is Nate Bargatze, who has
Oh, dude, he's great. He's clean, right?
He's
Yeah.
clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why you can see how well his tours are selling. That dude costs $500,000 to book.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
So,
crazy. Yeah.
But so I'm really on board with the way that Chris is doing his thing. I have been so busy focused on my wedding
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
the other stuff coming up
Yeah.
that it's just like I haven't been able to put my focus too much on comedy shows.
Dude. Yeah.
Which is why I'm afraid, like, to throw him so much work, because I know he's got, so much to do.
Yeah.
But then I say, well, no, I gotta go to. I'd rather go to him. I hope he's not overwhelmed. If not, you just tell me he can't do it.
Yeah, just as long as I'm doing like one show a month, I think I'm good. Because I also get that comedian, and I know you probably get like this too. That if you haven't been on stage in a while,
that
itch. I need attention.
I
need attention real bad, more than just my wife's attention. She's tired of my.
Funny. Yeah.
She doesn't want to hear my jokes anymore.
She don't want to hear anything. She's tired of it already.
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah. So that poor lady, she is the whole comedy set has been all about her for the longest time. And she's like, "Are you gonna write any other stuff?" I'm like, people write what you know, and I know you, lady.
It's good though. What does she think about it? Does she ever get upset about it or not really?
She vetoes. Everything
everything I
write, I try in front of her first, and she is vetoed. Yeah. She's vetoed what she doesn't.
I want to hear those.
We all do.
Yeah, we'll turn the cameras off. And I'll
set.
Yeah. So there's been some ones that she's vetoed, and I'm gonna.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I know when you're selecting
and then
material,
I've been focused on writing like. I'll write. I have some clean stuff, and then I have some dirty stuff.
Nice,
So that way, whenever a clean gig comes along, which is where the money is, is clean gigs. And then of course the bar shows that pop up.
Right.
Going to doing Tilted Mug, I can't do clean.
Yeah, no.
No. They just do not. They don't respond to the clean material as much as the.
And that's what I've told people who are in the game of comedy, and they say, well, not everybody can do clean. I said, no, you're wrong. I said,
agree,
everybody can do clean if they set their mind to doing it.
Why not? Yeah.
Whether they're good at it, I mean, that's a different story. But to get good at something, you have to keep doing it and keep trying it. Just because you're used to that person not doing clean comedy doesn't mean they can't do it. And any comedian who's out there who wants to work and wants to go on stage, you have to be the comedian that you're wanting, that are looking to hire you.
Okay.
That type of comedian.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I want to hire you if you can do clean. Oh, okay, cool. Now, some, we can do clean. They only got maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you definitely don't want a headline.
Right, yeah.
But it doesn't mean you can't do it. You just have to want to do it and set your mind to it. And that's what I like about Chris. Chris is versatile to where, working with him over the years, he has been blue collar.
Man.
Yeah. And now that he has, changed gears, switched gears, whatever, it's working best for him where the direction he's going in now.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, that's what I've always told everybody. Go with what your strengths are that works best for you. Don't try to be like everybody else. Don't put your feet in the same bucket everybody else is trying to, get themselves rolling on. But what he is doing now is going, every now and then he'll say, oh, you got that show coming up? How come you didn't put me on it? Because you don't do that kind of show no more.
Yeah.
So, I admire him for that, and he seems to be doing well.
That's cool.
With it. He reaches out to people. Working with Jess, she's gotten him a few clean gigs, and
cool.
He does his best with what he's got.
Absolutely,
so, if I can get all these other comedians to learn to do that for themselves,
I know, right?
And quit waiting for the bigger promoters or anybody to throw them a bone.
Right.
Get out there and do it.
Yeah, exactly, dude. That's true.
You have the tools already. Just go out there and see who wants to use them.
A lot of it is, especially with Levity 325, we've been having to book. We set up our own gigs. Yeah. Chris is kind of the salesman that goes and finds the venues and sets it up, and then I handle all the marketing and kind of how the show progresses along.
Yeah.
But summer's coming up, so summer's kind of our better time to shine. There's more events like on the patio and stuff like that. So hopefully summer will Levity 325 kick up a couple more shows. But
dude.
But right now it's been all Mike, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, the people he brings in, I'm like, let me go ahead and work. You'll see me begging him sometimes on.
Really?
You mentioned Tommy Davidson, and he is one of my absolute favorite.
Shut up! Why? I've never heard of him.
Tommy Davidson's from In Living Color.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He is so hard. I've gone back and forth.
I gotta check him out.
Like I said, I met him in Minneapolis, Minnesota with Lavelle Crawford, and that day, just before Dave Chappelle came in, I missed him.
Yeah.
And he was funny way back then. Of course, he was just getting started with In Living Color, and now, man, he's just blown up, all on his own. Okay. Trying to get him. I've been going back and forth with his agent. I said, for this market, I just, I don't know if they'll pay that kind of money, unless I put him in the bigger stages, like the Wagner or maybe even, but
Murphy or something.
Yeah, I've talked to Yugi about the Murphy.
Yeah.
He just doesn't think that he would be a draw here.
Maybe
And
not,
I get that
know.
because, like you didn't even know who Tommy Davidson was.
Know. I feel
so
bad.
So in this area, that might be the reason why he don't think he's a good draw.
Yeah.
Because the targeted audience primarily
right.
may not know who he is.
That's true.
So I understood that.
Yeah.
I could get him at the Wagner Noel in Midland, Odessa.
Okay.
Would be a great fill.
Yeah.
But to bring him in, first of all, I'd almost have to have about 20 grand up front.
Oh, yeah.
Man, those
to bring him in. And I would take that risk if I thought for sure. But with Midland, Odessa, and West Texas in general, it's kind of up in the air because
it's a gamble, man.
Yeah,
it's a gamble.
Big gamble.
It is.
And when Ron White came in with Alex Ramundo, and I got to do the show with them then. They came in and it was like, okay, we're bringing you. I said, as long as that's not me taking the risk,
right? It's not my money up.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
So that was great when I got to experience and find out how all of that works, as far as even renting out. I mean, renting out the Wagner Noel alone is $6,000.
Whoa. Okay.
Like I said, I was trying to bring in Steve Trevino to that spot too. Okay, $6,000 is not that bad considering the draw that he can bring in, considering what he has done the time he was here before.
Yeah.
And I got the numbers from that, so I would be willing to take that risk because I think for sure I would get that back. And plus that I've worked with Steve Trevino in Abilene and saw what he did on a Sunday.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Dang. Yeah.
He sold out theater in Abilene.
And on a Sunday.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah.
It wasn't sold out, but it was full for Sunday.
Right.
That particular venue, I think, hold 1,200, and he sold 900 tickets.
Oh man, that's
900
good.
for a Sunday.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So I would, and then like I say, I'm with the director at the Wagner Noel. I talked to her and I said, well, what are the numbers that you had with him the last time? And she told me the numbers. I said, okay. And it's been a little while. I think.
Would you have to put your own money up to rent it out?
I would.
So the promoter has to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But that's where the risk comes in. If I put that money up to rent out the venue,
$6 grand.
$6 grand. Okay, that takes care of the venue itself, takes care of her employees that she has to hire, security, so forth, so on. Okay, that's just the venue.
Okay.
Then I have to look at what his asking price is. Now, whatever his asking price is, will probably be okay from what he did the last time, so it would be covered. And then if I did the numbers, I say, okay, I can give you that if I get this percentage of it.
Yeah.
That percentage helps me get my money back.
Right.
Plus a little profit more from.
So you're talking
what I
about a
put
percentage
into
of tickets sold?
Tickets sold.
Okay.
Market. And if I had to put a deposit down first out of my pocket. So if I spent $6,000 on the rental, another, let's say, $3,000 just to hold the date with him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get my $9,000 back off a total ticket sale.
Yeah.
And then what's left over, or the percentage that he gets, I still get a cut of that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then that way I can profit.
That makes sense.
And on some of those shows.
Well, I got a question. Go ahead.
On some of those shows, I'm willing to take that risk because of what they've done before.
So this is why Mike does all the production and I just handle the marketing because that was too much math for me.
Well, what I want to know is it's scary, dude. That's not even that much math. So it's scary that you're putting your own bread up for that. So my question, I guess it's kind of a two-part. What has been your best gamble that's paid off and your worst?
But John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon
Why?
And J.J. Walker, years ago before he passed away, which was at the Wagner. Of course, at that time at the Wagner, the rental wasn't that high. If I remember correctly, it was like $3 grand. And then when he came in, and I brought him and Jimmy Walker, and we did the stage, he sold it. Now it's an 1,800-seater.
And he sold it out?
And he sold it. They both sold it out.
Did they really?
At $60 a ticket. So you imagine what
Dude, you made a big cut.
I made a grip.
Dude, that's awesome.
Still was able to pay him off. Still was able to pay Jimmy Walker off.
I didn't know you had John Witherspoon.
That's a cool story.
You haven't seen my pictures?
I've seen you have
That's
a picture with it. I didn't know
he
you
was the
brought him
main
in.
one that given me information as far as if you're going to do this.
Yeah.
How to do your how you set up your jokes.
Okay.
You know, where if you deliver a joke that's not funny in front of this crowd, it's how you deliver it and say it in front of another crowd.
Nice.
Will make that joke. He said you don't have to give up on that joke. You just have to deliver it and present it better.
Okay. Yeah.
He was the main one, and I've never forgotten that.
Yeah.
And he was also the one that told me, hey, offer your information to help others who ask you for it.
Yeah.
He was the one who told me
Instead
that.
of unsolicited
instead
in their
of you
face.
say, hey, man, I didn't think you did this too well. You know, don't do that. Don't criticize anybody else's. If
Unless
they ask
I like
you,
that.
you tell them. And even if they ask you, you tell them the positive side. You don't tell them, you know, well, I don't think you did this right.
Right.
You know, you say, hey, this is what you could also do.
Yes, or like Matt, the sandwich technique.
And it helped him. And he was the one that gave me that advice.
That's good.
And because he gave me that advice from the show that we did, oh, yeah, I listened.
You bet I listened, right? Well, what was your worst, dude? Was there one that you thought was going to do one that bombed?
One that bombed pretty good. Let me see.
You lost like $3,000.
Oh yeah, it's been a while since I've lost that much.
I brought. I'll start. I brought Kill Mitchell from Keenan and Kel.
Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah.
That one didn't.
What happened?
Yeah, and that was supposed to be a 2-nighter, and the venue just didn't work out. The venue was like, we were supposed to be doing pre-sale tickets. The venue stayed closed for a week because they were under construction.
Oh,
that would be.
The venue also booked another, like, somebody's birthday party later that night, and it's like, no, the whole venue is supposed to be for us. Yeah. So
that's weird.
There was just some other stuff that went on behind the scenes that it was just all lost. I got to work with him, and I got to meet him and hang out with him for 2 days. But
you paid for it.
Yeah.
Dadgum.
Yeah, it just happens, man.
Yeah. I do remember one now that I took a huge loss to, and the only reason I took the loss is because, and I'm not going to say his name, but it was here in San Angelo. We had booked the theater here in San Angelo. It wasn't Tilted Mug or before
Civic Theater.
You know, it was way before I even met Yugi.
Okay.
And the promoter asked me to bring in Pierre and CJ Starr, and I brought them in, and he was supposed to be at the venue the night we had the show. Now, I had Pierre, and the only reason Pierre said he would do the show is because the promoter knew me, and he said, hey, Mike, I'll get Pierre to do it for you. And he said, hey, because Steve said you're a good guy to work with, I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I said, cool. So he asked me, could I bring him in? I got a hold of Pierre. Pierre said, yeah, I'll come in. I said, good. I'll tag you here with San Angelo, and then I'll tag you with the show in Midland. Now, the one in Midland was supposed to be my show. The one in San Angelo was supposed to be his show. He was coming because he asked me to bring him in. So he brought him in. We did the show, and he never showed up at the show. Not Pierre showed up. We did the show. The promoter didn't show up.
Okay.
So after the show, when it was time to pay out, he never showed up to pay out.
What?
So Pierre was like, hey, where's my money? I said, I don't even know where the guy is. And his employees that were there said, we haven't seen him either.
No.
And it came out to where if he doesn't get his money that night, he's not going to do my show in Midland, which is exactly what happened.
No.
He canceled my show, and I paid him out of my pocket.
You're kidding.
Which I hadn't prepared for. That money out of my pocket to pay him for that San Angelo show was supposed to be my money that covered him for the Midland show. So I didn't have enough to cover both shows. So to keep face with Pierre, I paid him from another promoter not paying him. When I called a boy back, he said, yeah, man, I meant to tell you that dude is kind of shady. I said, dude, why didn't you tell me he was shady before I worked?
The promoter was from San Angelo? Yeah, okay, I know who you're talking about.
Did you get it back or no?
Did I get it back?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get it back. But I saved face with Pierre.
That's pretty
and
cool,
that's
man.
The main thing.
That was huge that you did that.
And the reason I saved, and it was so good that I saved face, he took notice of it because he knew what had happened, and he knew I paid him out of my pocket.
That's right.
That kind of put a dent in it at the time. And when he did a show at the El Paso comic strip, he said, Mike, I want you to feature for me.
Dude, see?
So he let me feature because I saved face with him.
Yeah.
And I did something for him.
He knew he could trust you.
And he's like, hey, you're a good dude. Just as like old boy had said, I was, and I tried to keep that reputation going.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, I haven't talked to that other person in a while.
That's horrible.
That's one thing you run into in this business is shady promoters and comedians with real big egos.
Yeah.
So whenever you run into somebody that doesn't have those, they're a special gem.
Wow.
It's real nice to work with somebody you can definitely trust.
It was funny because I had done 3 other shows with him prior to that, to where I didn't think he would be like that. I had done AJ Johnson, my neck, my back, my neck.
Oh, yeah. I say that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Rain Pryor, Richard Pryor's daughter, I had brought her, worked in with her, and Kevin Fard. I had worked with him on all 3 of them. Never had an issue. Never had a problem. Paid out, paid up. And boom, all of a sudden, still never found out what happened, why he never showed up. Still never found out.
Man, that sucks. So anything else y'all want to promote real quick while we're here? Anything else you want to plug?
I don't have anything else coming up. Yeah. So just everything, all the tickets can be found on Mike's page at MSPN.
Nice.
And then he has the ticket link as well.
Ticket links
Okay.
on my page.
Paul Rodriguez, that's that one. The tickets are on San Angelo website, SAPAC.
Okay, yeah, I'll share both of them.
So again,
in the description.
I'll put all this stuff in the comments, man.
Yeah.
We've got
I know you do.
several
Yeah.
ticket links and flyers and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff. But
Cool.
we always appreciate you having us,
Dude, of course.
Yes, that's always
Of course,
fun.
I
Yeah,
love
he
having
set
you.
it up, man. I said,
I
oh,
love
heck
it.
yeah, most definitely.
But before we get out of here, 3 things you're grateful for right now in your life.
I
You gotta
tell
do
you,
it.
as always, I'm grateful for the man up above because
Yeah.
as the man up above, he has given me all the tools. He's put me on this road that I'm on to where I have gotten right now. I couldn't have gotten here without him.
Yeah.
So he's given me the guidance to get where I'm at. My family, my mom, my brothers, they've always backed me up. They've always, there for me. Hey, Mike, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
With their support, it's what I'm so grateful for, so much grateful for, and the fact that I'm still alive and able to do it.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
My birthday is tomorrow, so
Dude,
yeah.
Yours tomorrow.
Happy early
Yeah,
birthday.
just tomorrow.
Mine's on Wednesday.
What?
Yeah, I didn't,
y'all
I
know
didn't know.
that?
Yeah, happy birthday to you, man.
What's
I
your
didn't-
shared
I
sign?
had no idea.
I'm a Gemini.
You're Gemini
Ooh.
too. So we're both
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's why
Might
we
be
work so well
soulmates.
together.
No, maybe so.
Exactly. It's going to depend on which personality you
That's,
get.
Yeah.
that's what it is. With Gemini, you never know which one you'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
Exactly. There's two wolves living in me.
That's
They're both angry.
I couldn't imagine another side of you.
I
That's
did
weird.
not know that you had a
That'd
Yeah,
be kind of
yeah,
scary, dude. Another side of you. I don't know.
Well,
That'd creep me out.
So my boss noticed. He's like, as soon as you get hungry, you turn into another person. He was like, you turn into Joe Pesci. He's like, oh, I'm funny to you.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
He's like, bro, you start to turn into Joe Pesci
Funny how?
immediately, and not even like fun Joe Pesci. You're like, you're Goodfellas Joe Pesci.
Yeah. What are you grateful for?
Family, friends, and the good Lord up above.
No
Nice.
doubt. No doubt.
Just like Mike said,
Always.
pretty
That's
much. Yeah.
always.
I love it.
always.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all coming in.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
awesome as
absolutely.
always.
Awesome, man.
Cool.
Thanks for having us
Of course,
once
man.
again, man. Like I said, I love coming on your show.
Dude, I love it.
And I watch other shows that you do.
Thank you.
Cool.
Cool.
Man, okay, he's got another good one.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
All right, guys. Where's my camera? All right. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks for watching. Get out there and watch some comedy.
We rise, we inspire. Forged by fire, turn the pressure into power. For real.